Just a quick one to say we do have new One Kier t-shirts available on our website. Go to britishstand.com or check the link in the description. And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. Axel Rudakubana has been handed a new sentence after a judge made an initial error in the previous ruling. We are going to be going through this story and going through it, and there's also been some more drama with Axel refusing to leave his jail cell, prison cell, to come in and get this new sentence. We're going to be discussing the full story as always, but as always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and get involved in the live chat below. We'll be taking some of your reaction from this. So this is what we have with regard to, in fact, I'm not going to use that picture, let's use this one. Southport murderer Axel Rudakubana has been handed a new sentence today to correct a technical error in a judge's initial ruling almost 2 weeks ago. Rudakubana's sentence for 3 counts of murder has been amended from custody for life to detention at His Majesty's pleasure because he was under 18 at the time of the offence. However, today the triple killer refused to leave his cell for his court hearing today, despite being due to appear at Liverpool Crown Court via link from HMP Belmarsh. Basically, Carmel Wild, defending, told the courts, "We understand from staff at Belmarsh that he has refused to leave his cell to attend court or to speak to his legal team." Now, this of course comes after the dramas that occurred back in earlier in January when he was sentenced initially, where of course he was playing up when he was in court, saying that I feel sick, I feel ill, all of these kind of things, and then also showed absolutely zero remorse at his initial sentencing. However, for this, in terms of this new sentence today, is that nothing really changes. It was just a technical error with regard to his sentencing initially, and basically they stated that the purpose of this hearing was to correct a technical error which will have no effect on the total sentence imposed on the defendant of January 23rd this year. The judge said that the sentence is still a life sentence but a different kind, adding the defendant has refused to waive his right to attend or to be here. So again, whilst nothing has necessarily changed in terms of the length of his sentence, he of course did receive a new sentence due to a technical error. But again, Axel Rudakubana was playing up again today at HMP Belmarsh, refusing to come out of his cell, and did state that of course they still went ahead with it and of course gave him this new and updated sentence. But just to clarify, this doesn't change the length, unfortunately. Of course, a lot of people want to see him serve concurrent life sentences due to each victim. Nothing changing on that fact, but the breaking news this afternoon, guys, is that he has been handed a new sentence due to a technical error in the initial one. And just to reaffirm, it's still a life sentence, but a different kind, the judge said today, and the defendant has refused to waive his right to attend or to be here. So yes, again, I'm sick of recovering this individual, and hopefully this is the last time that we start reporting on Axel Rudakubana on British Stand. I don't want to hear anything more of this individual unless, of course, it's a correction to his sentence again with regard to the length of time. But we'll keep you up to date if there's anything emerging from his time inside prison and all that sort of stuff. But it kind of is the end of that, as he was handed a new sentence today due to the judge making an initial error in the ruling. But same old dramas are happening with Axel, of course, refusing to come out of his cell and all of those kind of things. But he is going to be behind bars for a very, very long time in terms of 52 years. Guys, let's go to the live chat for a bit of reaction on this, but let's go into it. Kate makes a very good point, saying the only error was concurrent instead of consecutive, in my opinion. But you know how this stuff works. They have to do it sort of formally. So if errors are put there, then they have to hand the individual a new sentence in general. But again, there was at the time, wasn't there? Of course, there was an appeal of this being unduly lenient, but we never really heard anything of it. Apparently, there are 28 days from that appeal to see something come of it. But of course, Keir Starmer at the time refused to basically waiver that and change anything with regard to Axel Rudakubana's sentencing at all, which is diabolical in itself. But again, same old problems today, but you're absolutely right. The only error was concurrent instead of consecutive, in my opinion. I absolutely agree with that. Let's take some more reaction, guys. I mean, I can't get some of those ones up. Martin Goodman says, so will his solicitors use this for something like a miss till now or something close to it because of this technical error? No, I don't think so. I think, again, what we've got in terms of the news that has emerged from the courthouse today is that he refused to be there via the video link, and that it had to be done in terms of giving him a new sentence due to the technical error. But nothing has changed, and I don't think anything can happen on it. It's a small technical error, I suppose, but it is technically an entirely new sentence they are reporting. So take of that what you will. But nothing changes in terms of the life sentence and all these kind of things. Stephanie Turton says, stop showing his face. Whilst equally it's absolutely horrifying and absolutely disgusting to see, and he has the face of evil, the eyes of evil, and whilst I don't really like to look at the face, I don't want to be using pictures of when he was an 11-year-old child or sketches such as these. So I am going to continue to show his face because he needs to be named and shamed, and we have to look at this horrible face. So that's the reason why I'm showing it. I just don't want to show pictures of when he was a child. I absolutely refuse to, and that's the only one that we've got a current up-to-date photo, so that's the one I'll continually use. Jackie Gummer says, I hope it changed to a whole life term. Well, he has got a life term, but he's not serving, he's conserving it. He's not doing it he's doing it concurrently rather than consecutive. So he's not doing one after the other. He's just doing it all together. But it's not changing, unfortunately, for that. Again, what's happened today is simply there was an error, and that was it. And then they just gave him a new sentence, but nothing has changed in terms of the term. So regardless, it's not much change, but it is a new sentence. And of course, it is some breaking news this afternoon. I mean, I agree. Some people are saying, yeah, well, people are complaining about my mic. Is my mic okay? Sorry about that. Yeah, no. I mean, if you don't want to see the guy's face, I completely agree. It's a face of evil, the eyes of evil, the look of evil. I absolutely get it. But again, I'd rather show this face than, of course, showing pictures of a sketch and showing pictures of when he was 11 years old or 12 years old or whenever it was. You know, he deserves to be showed and shamed across this country. So that's why I refuse on using any other images with regard to him. He won't get old, that's for sure, says Francis Palmer. But again, that's another thing that people are obviously speculating. Will he survive in prison? As I said, in a long history of crime, child killers have never lasted the test of time in prison. So they usually get a very, very hard time. So we'll certainly see. I don't think that the story of Axel Rudakubana is finishing here with regard to this updated sentence. I think it's simply going to continue, and we'll still hear more stuff from the grapevine out of prison. But again, I certainly don't feel that this is going to be the last time that we speak about him on this channel, whilst I don't really like reporting on him at all because it's absolutely horrific and I just hate the individual. I mean, the way he showed no remorse as well, just an absolutely disgusting human being. But either way, guys, that is the breaking news this afternoon. Axel Rudakubana handed a new sentence due to a technical issue in the initial ruling. Do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below, and we'll be back later for more coverage from across the country. So make sure you hit